Well, here we are once again speaking to you from the Southern African Catholic Bishops' Conference plenary session in Marion Hill, close to Pinetown. And I'm with Bishop Zungu from the Diocese of Port Elizabeth, from the city of Gqeberha. And Bishop Zungu, of course, is the chairperson of the Department for the Formation of Clergy. And I would like to ask you, Bishop Zungu, since you reported, your team reported at the plenary session this morning, can you give us some of the highlights of that report, please?
Well, I would say that some of the highlights actually were more or less contained in the report that was presented by our rector, Father Mduduzi. One of the points that came up first was perhaps the fact that the numbers of our seminarians has declined quite a lot, and probably this is due to the fact that we had those years of COVID when it became quite difficult to promote and animate vocations, and therefore we see that our numbers are down a little bit. However, you know, we hope that with years in the future, the numbers will begin to pick up again. But the other issue that came up was perhaps, you know, the profile of our candidates that we receive. That in many ways, you know, we get candidates who are called by God, certainly, and who are prepared to respond generously towards the call, and they are the product of our society and its culture and so forth. Many of them now happened to come from the group of the 2000s, so to speak, you know, and while they are gifted in many ways, but they also bear the mark of the challenges that we face mainly with our youth. So, you know, the formation that we give them, we need to be very sensitive and caring and understanding.
Seminary formation is based on 4 pillars, isn't it? The spiritual formation, pastoral formation, academic formation, and human formation.
Yes.
So from what you say means a lot of attention must be paid to the human formation, because very often they haven't had sufficient human formation in the family.
Certainly, that is the point, that because many of them come from families that have challenges, and in certain instances they haven't had a joy of being formed and raised in a context of an intergenerational family like it was in the past and so forth. So therefore, you know, there are certainly difficulties even in as far as the faith formation is concerned. And that is why the church has very much resorted to some of the modern human sciences like psychology, because it helps one to discover his strengths and his gifts, his talents, while also paying attention to some of the challenges and areas upon which one is called to work on.
Thank you very, very much indeed. And you do have a good team there. And you also have guest lecturers, of course, who come in, professionals in psychology and other areas as well that can build them up. Thank you very much, Bishop Zungu. Thank you.